Hello, welcome to the King Joe Sports Show. Deanna Fever, fall once again. This time 97-84, Minnesota Lynx. Here's Napheesa Collier going McBride, Lutz, Williams, rotation, splash. Napheesa Collier was just off the chain. Her first game back, the pass, delay. I can't do that. Okay, now there goes Williams, pass out. Through, no, but Napheesa went for the rebound, and it's nothing over Thompson. So here we go again. Napheesa, she's backing down. Pass it out. McBride to Napheesa for three. Splash. 45-45, second quarter, 125. McBride goes in, down low to Napheesa, turn around. Oh, so sweet. Over Aaliyah Boston. Here we go, McBride again. This time it's Leslie Hall. That's barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. Here's Williams. Williams goes. Pick and roll. Pick and pop. Feezy. Another three. She's unstoppable. Minnesota has jumped and taken the lead. Now 64-51. Feezy down low again. I don't know why she's in the game. Why Thompson in the game? We don't know. Here we go. Feezy getting off the dribble. And she's just abusing. We try to wonder where is KK. What's all this going down? But Feezy, 32 points, 9 rebounds. You know what? And they got the W over the Fever. Man, we show Miss Caitlin. King Joshua, let's go. Lynx beat the Fever. Lynx beat the Fever 97-84. Kelsey Mitchell 24 points. Natasha Howard 8 rebounds. Napheesa Collier 32 and 9. The Courtney Williams 14 and she added 10 assists. Another big loss. And we gotta ask the question: are the Fever relapsing right now back to where they were before one Caitlin Clark got there? If you do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe. Get those likes up. Go where you goes. So let's get on. King Joshua right now. Welcome to the King Joe Show. I am your host, King David Jordan. Man, listen, tonight was crazy. Okay? And we ain't gonna be out long because we did a 2-hour show earlier today. If you missed that, you gotta go see that. That was like NFL preview where we talked about what happened and different things. But tonight we're gonna talk about the Fever. I know y'all missed me. We hadn't done it in a while. So tonight we're gonna get into the Fever tonight. Hope you guys, everyone is having a great night. If you don't mind, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And listen, we have the very best chat. So if you want to say hello in the chat, please say hello. I would love to speak to you. And let me know if I'm on the right track or I might be missing something. Let me know. It's on my chat. So everyone, we appreciate you guys on X, on YouTube. It is really going down. It's great to be here tonight. Well, as we talked about before, the Fever lost 97-84, their second straight loss, and it just seems like a familiar situation. Tonight's game just felt very familiar in so many different ways. The Fever are playing hard, but they are giving a lot of effort. But effort alone is not enough when you don't have the firepower to hang with the top teams. And without Clark scoring, shooting gravity, and playmaking, this team looks like the Fever did of old. Scrappy, but not built to finish games. And this is what we're seeing right now with Indiana. A team that's scrappy, but not built to finish games. And we're looking for a lot of questions. We have a lot of questions, and a lot of finger pointing. Is it this player? Is it that player? Is it this? Is it that? And we can just go to one person. It's the fact they don't have the one Caitlin Clark. How you doing, Miss Catherine? How are you, Miss Catherine? It's so great to see you too. Glad you're okay. Glad you're doing well. Always my pleasure. Always great to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Love you much. Miss Catherine Hurst, one of the faithful citizens. And we wonder what's going on with our team. What's going on with Indiana? What's the problem right now that we have with Indiana, with the Indiana Fever? And it has to start with the fact that they don't have Caitlin Clark. And it was once upon a time during this season that a lot of people were sitting here and a lot of people were saying that they didn't need Caitlin Clark. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, they were better without Caitlin." Y'all remember that? A couple of games ago, they had won like 5 in a row. Now they've lost like 6 out of 7, or what, 6 out of 8? And no, it's not that many. It's not that many. 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6. And we just try to tell you guys, listen, it's pump the brakes. And I know a lot of people say, "Hey, it's injury," and they've lost Ari, they've lost Sid, they've lost Sophie, they've lost and I do have a question before we get there, before we get to what it is. You know, they've lost all these players, and now they're just signing women off the street. They're signing, literally women that were on the street. They come and play for the Indiana Fever. And I would say, hey, that's the reason why they're losing, except for one thing. The thing that the problem is, the women that they're signing off the street are putting the same numbers that pretty much you would get from Sid, what you would get from Ari McDonald. They're kind of giving them similar numbers that you otherwise get for them. Odyssey Sims is coming in tonight. She struggled, but before she gave you 15, 16 points. That's what you would get from Ari McDonald or Ari McDonald and Sid Colson's combination. They're getting, and this is what we kept trying to tell people from the beginning. They're getting great help from the others, but it's not enough. Shea Petty came in with 16 points tonight. She gave you 16. Nobody else gave you anything. But if you're looking, the others are coming in. The women are coming up. VVS! Shout out to my moderator. What's up, VVS? How you doing? Now the other women are coming out there, and they're kind of, filling in that void of the scoring that you would have from a Ari McDonald, the story that you would have from a Sid Colson. Now tonight, in the last game, Lexi gave you the 26. She gave you the scoring that she would have with her and Sophie Cunningham. They're getting the scoring, but this is what we kept trying to tell you guys. The narrative that everybody kept saying that Indiana was better without Caitlin, and we kept telling you guys sound ridiculous. Caitlin does so much more on the floor than just score. She assists, she rebounds, she's a very good off-ball defender. But that narrative, VVS said that Stephanie White put that narrative out there now, biting her that's biting her in the butt. The narrative is, hey, to be honest with you guys, Indiana Fever in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. And all that narrative is out the window, and people are starting to recognize now that, hey, if Caitlin doesn't come back, this season is probably lost. If we don't get Caitlin back soon, this season is probably a squash. And I'm talking about next game soon, or game after next soon. Because if you look at the scheduling now, if you look at the standings, right now and where they sit, Indiana is now in 8th place. And their room for the margin for error is all the way gone. And if they don't win a couple of these games, they could easily be on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoffs. Just look at the schedule. Look at here. the Indiana Fever have fallen down to 8th in the standings. And guess who they play next? They're a game above LA Sparks. They're a game above. And LA right now holds the tiebreaker because LA's beating us. If I'm not mistaken, they play in LA. I know that they play Seattle at home, then they come back and they play in LA. But look at where they stand. This is not a lot of room. Not a lot of room for error. You got like 4 or 5 teams there, or a couple of games apart. We see New York is struggling without Stewie. We see Seattle is trying to figure it out, winning 3 in a row. They're trying to figure it out. I told you once Slim, Skylar Diggins, once they start getting their stuff together, I'm gonna go roll. Hey, that rookie, the 6'6", who may be, other than Caitlin Clark, the number 1 young player in the WNBA. Like, it's crazy because everybody be talking about injuries, and I be like, listen, man, y'all better get at this young lady on this team. These young ladies right here, you got Slim. These ladies have a situation where their roster now is official. Aguma K is playing phenomenal, all-star. Skylar Diggins, all-star. Gabby Williams, should have been all-star. But I'm going to tell you the person. This young lady right here, Dominique Malonga, they say, oh, kid, she just averaged 7 points, she's 4.6. She's not a... Listen to me. Listen to me clearly. She is the number 1, other than Caitlin Clark. So she's number 2. If you take Caitlin Clark out of the equation, I know everybody wants to talk about Paige buckets, and this is a sidebar before we really get to it. This is a sidebar before we really get to it. I know everybody talks about Paige buckets. And talk about Paige buckets being the rickety, and she may very well be that between her and Citron. But if I'm starting a team right now, and I'm going back and I'm drafting right now, I'm taking Dominique. The 6'6" center who can shoot, who can play 3 levels, who can dribble, and every time she touches the court, she's getting better. And trust me, you guys will see this on Tuesday night. Without a doubt. She is a force. And she's a rookie. And if I'm not mistaken, she's only like 18, 19 years old. She is the number 1 prospect that you want to build your team around. Yeah, 19. She's 2005. The number one prospect. Oh, and she's born in November. Oh, she right around the direction. She's a Scorpio. She right there with your dad. She right there with KD. I didn't know she was a Scorpio. Oh, y'all definitely got in trouble. This is the person. Dominique Malonga, I'm telling you guys, she can dunk. She can dunk. Like, there's no joke on that. She can rim it. She's the number 1 prospect. She is Wemby of the WNBA. I think she's from France. Yeah, she's from France. Yeah, she's the Wemby of the WNBA. And last time she played the Fever, she gave the Fever fits. Because of her length, her athleticism on both sides of the ball. But people sit here and have you believe that the Fever were better off without Caitlin. You know, they were playing these teams, and we kept trying to tell you, listen, these teams aren't giving you the same intensity. You're not playing the great team. It was kind of like the Angel Reese, when Angel Reese went for all them games when she was scoring 19 and 20, and we should have said, man, she ain't playing nobody. And then she did a couple of games against Napheesa, and we was like, Napheesa is playing around with her. She's playing with a fool. She's playing with her dinner. And then finally, the last game, I guess Sheriff reached out, finally got Napheesa and said, would you stop playing with this girl? I know you like her, I know you're a rival, but would you please stop playing? And Napheesa went out and shut it down and said, okay, all right, it's all good. Let's stop all this. And we kept telling y'all, during the win streak, people were saying that they were better off without Caitlyn. And it's funny. A couple of weeks later, those same people, and it'd be giving because I be like, how do they have all these followers? And it'd be obvious. These same people come back and start saying, well, they need Caitlyn now. Nobody said that they were better without Caitlyn. You make you lie. You definitely said that. And we said, hey, when these teams get into playoff mode, KD and a lot of you guys in the chat, along with me, you guys said, hey, when these teams get into playoff mode, it's gonna be a problem. And a lot of people thought we were lying. Now people are looking shocked and saying, oh, wow, didn't see this coming. Now people are looking crazy like, oh, what's going on? And they want to say it's the injuries. And we like, nope, it's not the injuries. They want to say, hey, it's the new players. Nope, it's not the new players. They want to say, hey, it's Stephanie White. That's partially Stephanie White. Yes, it is. It is partially Stephanie White, right? And I got a question for y'all with Stephanie White situation. The Stephanie White situation, I have a question. Now, this is just King being King. Y'all know me. I have my conspiracy theories every now and then. This is conspiracy theories, right? What's up, Mark? What's up, VVS? Let me holler. U2P, what's up, man? Let's see who else. Seagate. What's going on, Seagazer? Good to see you. We're gonna open the chat in 1 second. We're gonna let the chat run on the screen. But listen, this is the issue. It is Stephanie White. And I had a question. Like, has anybody asked this question that maybe Stephanie White's coaching style is leading to all these injuries? Like, we played the physicality of the league. Okay, yes. But nobody else is getting hurt like the Indiana Fever. Like, dog, Odyssey since played 2 games. And she's hurt. She had to tape it together to go out there tonight. Bibby ain't been here ain't been a whole month, and she's hurt. Now we saw what happened to Sophie, but have y'all noticed, like, could it be maybe you cut the practices down a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Could it be maybe, you know, you do more walkthroughs? Could it be coaching style? Because y'all remember during the summer. I remember during the summer when Stephanie White was working out Caitlyn. I'm like, dog, they going hard. I was like, I'm glad she took off this summer. I was glad she didn't play with, she was out there going hard. But think about it. All these other players, majority of other players played during the summer. Either cross seas or they played in a rival. And they have a knick-knack paddywhack every now and then. But you give them a ball and they're back and they playing a couple of weeks. Napheesa Collier had one of the most egregious injuries because the team was up by 40 and Cheryl Reeves kept her in the game in the end of the third quarter and she got rolled up on. That's an egregious injury. That's just stupidity from the coach. May cost Feesey the MVP, even though she came back tonight. And she came back after a couple of weeks. And tonight, guess what? She went 32-9 and beat your team. Oh, they said it's a beast out there. Really? Seagazer said they would be better than Malanga overseas player comment. Our fam from Spain. She's also 19 years old as Malanga. She's 6'4" with long legs, long arms. She has excellent footwork. TV versus TV was no, they just suck with or without Caitlin Clark. But guys, you gotta look at it. We gotta look at that. What is going on with the fact that Stephanie White, man? I mean, you can't play under her without getting hurt. And it can't be the pace. Some of us think this is the rotation. We don't know what's going on. Maybe the practices. Because y'all know in the NBA, that was the big thing with New York's ex-coach, the Knicks ex-coach. With Tibbs. Right? You know, they were like he overworked the players. So guess what? They would get hurt and injured in the most inopportune times. With Tom Thibodeau, it was an issue that New York had with Tom Thibodeau where they felt like, hey, despite success, they felt that his coaching decisions and the way his approach led to his team often being fatigued at the end of the year or hurt. So we have to ask the question, what exactly is White doing? Mark, you know what? I said something that I thought she was doing to my wife, Mark, about that, and I said, I can't say that live. I always say, you cannot say that live. I think she, no. Get up, my darling. What's going on? My family. As if she's tweaking. Yo, I love my chat is crazy. I love my chat. Shout out to my chat. I'm just saying. It's something she's doing with her players are getting injured and we don't know why. And we know her rotations are trash. Even tonight. If you look at tonight and her rotations tonight, we were really wondering. We said so many of us. I even heard Mick talking about it tonight. Ben said the same thing. And they were dead on. We all were asking, why is Breonna Turner out there playing 13 minutes tonight? She gives you absolutely nothing on the offensive glass. She gives you nothing offensively. And if you go back and watch the opening montage of buckets from Napheesa Collier tonight, you will see a lot of times she was being guarded by Breonna Turner. And I've been asking, I was like, what's wrong with KK? Why is KK only getting 1 minute and 49 seconds in garbage time? Natasha Howard gave you 10 points, and they were quiet, 4 for 6. If Natasha Howard is not playing, KK has to be in the game, guys. If Natasha, I tell y'all, I told you all the time, Natasha Howard's hit or miss. And she's going to come and she's going to be hitting a shot, and she may give you 20 that night. If she's not going to give you 20, she's going to give you about 6, 8, no more than 10. And they're going to be quiet. They're going to be spread over. You get like 4 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, and then maybe 4 in the fourth quarter. Spread over. She's not going to give you, if she's not hot, if she's not going to give you 20, if she's not going to give you 60 to 20, you might as well sit her down and put KK in the game. UTP. Yeah, UTP, you can't say that. Allegedly UTP. I be thinking she be, bump here and there. Allegedly. But I mean, because you have to think that because her rotations are ridiculous. There's no cohesiveness in her rotation. Only thing you're gonna get, you're gonna get Kelsey Mitchell getting 30 minutes. You're gonna get Aaliyah Boston get 30 minutes. Oh wow, yep, that's crazy. We'll talk about that one second. Yeah, we get to that. Candace Parker Double getting retired to Chicago tomorrow after calling Angel Reese a C-tier player. But people ask what's wrong with Indiana. We know what's wrong with Indiana. They don't have one Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. And what the coach did and what the team tried to do, and they tried to sell us a bill of goods to be like, hey, it's okay that we don't have Caitlin, because we're going to learn how to play this way, and we're going to use the Miyagi-Do motion offense, and then we're going to go through, and we're going to win without her. Everybody can get more, acclimated without playing without her, so when she returns, everybody be able to know what they can do. And majority of us are sitting there like, nah. Nah. Well, y'all killing Aaliyah Boston in the chat. I see y'all killing Aaliyah. I'm trying to get it. All right, so let's go. All right. But see, this is the problem, though. Because it goes back to coaching. And this is why I was telling y'all a couple of videos ago, we were discussing this, and I was saying, hey, the problem is with Aaliyah Boston, they're trying to make Aaliyah Boston Jokic. And you gotta understand, Jokic been playing like Jokic since Jokic. You know what I'm saying? And he said, since there was a Jokic. Jokic didn't just start coming and say, hey, you're in the NBA, we're gonna make you a point center. No. Jokic had that skill set from the time he was Jokic. Meaning when he was a younger Jokic, he was working on the dribbling and skill set. They didn't just say, they didn't come and say, well, you've been playing with your back to the basket majority of the year, or you've been great at screen and roll, now we're going to make you a point forward. All the point forwards so far that they've experimented this year haven't worked out that well. I know y'all saying Angel did well. Her team is in last place. They're tied for last place with the Dallas Wings. That experiment didn't work out too well. Angel Port Fort Reese didn't work out well. They're in last place. When your team has won 9 games and lost 30, I wouldn't say that's too much of a success. I wouldn't say that's too much of a success. But this is what folks keep saying. Now we sit here and we're looking and we're seeing what this team is without Kane. They're 8-5 with Kane. Do the math. They're 8-5 with Caitlin. They're 11-13 without her. Miyagi-Do motion offense They're running off screens and setting screens. That's why, honestly though, real talk, that's why Breonna Turner is playing. She's a better screen setter. Which I don't see that, but they feel like she's a better screen setter than KK. And I think the players that they're bringing in, if y'all pay attention, y'all got to pay attention to all this. The players that they're bringing in have all played with either Kelsey Mitchell or Natasha Howard. They've all played. They've had some type of experience playing with Kelsey Mitchell, either across seas or other places, or Natasha Howard. Which we told you guys from the beginning that the Indiana Fever built this team around Kelsey Mitchell. And y'all looked at me like I was crazy. Y'all like, that boy, y'all thought I was doing that Stephanie White. Oh, Lord, we done came up with it. Hey, we done came up with a new one. Y'all thought I was doing that Stephanie White. That's what y'all thought. Y'all like, King is on that Stephanie White. And I was like, no, seriously, no, Indiana's on that Stephanie White because Indiana is built the team around Kelsey Mitchell. I was like, well, wait a minute. What about Caitlin? I don't know if they were psychic and they knew, hey, they're prophetic and say, hey, we think Caitlin's going to be hurt the majority of the year, or the fact that Kelsey Mitchell is the highest paid player in the WNBA. And y'all know these owners are cheap. They going to get their money's worth. And y'all looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, well, why else would they go get Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, Sid Colson? That definitely ain't for Caitlin. Think about it. You got a point guard that likes to get up and down the court. Why am I going to get DeWanna Bonner? Why am I going to get Natasha? I'm trying to bring the ball up. I want to be a point forward. Howard. To be honest, I miss my girl. I miss her. She's the heart and soul. She ended up being the leader of the team. One of the vocal leaders of the team. To be honest, why would you go get Sophie Cunningham? Sid Colson. Most coaches, when they get a player that likes to run, Steve Nash, you know what they go do? They go get Sean Marion. They go get Amari Stoudemire. They get young players that can run with them. If they see that their weaknesses is defense, they get a wing that can defend all three positions. Natasha Howard reminds me a lot of the player from Connecticut. And y'all better watch out for the Connecticut Sun. I'm telling y'all, listen to me now. Listen, Connecticut Sun is going to be a hard out for the remainder of this year. Connecticut Sun have found something. And you know what they found? They found out they have a young team that's long and athletic that can defend. And they went youth movement. But Indiana did the opposite. Indiana went older. Indiana went older. They went more veteran. And people that didn't like to run. We all knew why DeWanna Bonner wasn't a fit, because he looked out of shape running with those girls. DeWanna Bonner literally got a rebound from Caitlin Clark. Threw the ball to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark was already down. They was down there scoring, and DeWanna Bonner hadn't made it cross half court. This is facts. I was like, is she out of shape? Hey, UTP, that JK, I tell him all the time. uh, New Jersey Nets had Jason Kidd, right? Before, listen, Jason Kidd, when he was on Dallas Mavericks, before that was crazy. Was crazy. But when he came and he got on the New Jersey Nets with Kenyon Martin, with Richard Jefferson, with Terry Kittles, yo, they was running teams off the court. When they had, listen, when Jason Kidd played with the Mavericks, see, y'all don't know, some of y'all too young to know about that. And it was Jason Kidd, Jim Jackson, and Jamal Mashburn, J3s, the 3Js. But when he actually got to New Jersey, they were running that. She couldn't keep up with those girls. That was a bad fit. We all do that. We was like, what are you doing? You should have kept Tim and Finbile. You see what Tammy's doing up there with the young girls up there in Valkyries? This organization and this coach put you in this situation. And you had those older players try to run with these young girls. You know injuries is going to happen. It's a clash. If you go put a vet on the team, you do like OKC. And you get somebody to complement it, like Alex Caruso, who plays, what does he do? He plays great wing defense, and he can get up and down and run with the young guys. This is what we're saying. And they are, you know what though? Amber Cox told the truth. Amber Cox told the truth. She did. Amber Cox said, y'all, we didn't understand what Amber Cox was saying. Amber Cox got up there and said, I want to make the Indiana Fever Apple. And she did. They're very lucrative by rehashing the same old thing over and over and over. Apple will sell you the same phone with just mediocre adjustments. And you be like, wait a minute, Apple, you're supposed to give me AI this year. We're not quite ready for AI. But what we'll do is we'll give you glass. Y'all gotta check out my tech channel. We talk about this on my tech channel all the time. Because I'm actually doing a video now where we're talking about how Apple, when it comes to innovation since Steve Jobs left, the innovation has gone down. But the business is going up. Because Tim Cook is a businessman. He's he was a chief financial officer. Tim Cook was an innovator. I'm sorry. Steve Jobs was an innovator. Amber Cox is a financial person. She's not a GM innovator. So she's going with, hey, we know this works well. We don't have to innovate very much. We don't have to create anything new. So we'd be like Apple. But we're going to bring in that money, baby. We got that one selling factor. We got that M1 chip, which is Caitlin Clark. Everything else is pretty much the same. We might throw the OLED Aaliyah. But it's a true story. This is how it goes. This is what they did. They came and rather than putting the right players around Caitlin, because now let me say this. Somebody said it earlier. That really was the initial title of this video was "The Fever Might Be Done." But I felt like that was too negative. I like to give hope and leave hope. But that's tough. That really was my initial title of this video was "The Fever Might Be Done." And real talk, let's be honest, guys. The only reason we really, really want the Fever to continue to win is so we can see Caitlin play a little bit more before the end of the season. Let's be honest. We kind of being selfish. As viewers, as fans, we want to see Fever win so we can see Caitlin play some more. We don't want to see the Fever like this. Nobody wants to see Fever getting beat, losing 3, 4, 5 games in a row, winning every now and then to the lesser teams. We like to see when the Fever were upbeat, they was upstarts, they was running teams off they look dominant. And that's what I kept trying to tell y'all about Stephanie White. She keeps talking about resilience, but she never talks about dominance. Because it'd be an hour. You know, what's when they come out next year for an hour? That's funny. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe. Thank you guys for that. That was looking there. That's what I'm saying, guys. We have to sit here and we have to ask what it is. And there's a debate going on in the chat about Aaliyah Boston. Y'all know why Aaliyah Boston is suspect right now. Aaliyah Boston is suspect right now because Aaliyah Boston is having to do too much. She's a Swiss Army knife. Y'all heard what Stephanie said? Anything we ask her to do, she can do. She does. And even like, dog, you asking her to be a point guard, a shooting guard? She had to shoot a 3 tonight. She had to dribble the ball down and set the offense up. She was doing it. She was trying to do it all. She's trying to do too much. And then you just stop and you just think. Finally, the commentator said tonight, you know what Aaliyah needs? She needs Caitlin Clark. And it made sense. Everybody was like, it made perfect sense. And it was like, thank you. Thank you. She needs Caitlin Clark. You know why? Because Caitlin Clark makes the game easier. She demands so much attention that it makes the game easier. Now the question is now there has to be a real adjustment because Stephanie White has this team thinking, hey, Natasha Howard can bring the ball down the court. Aaliyah Boston, you can bring the ball down the court. And Caitlin's going to be like, hey, man, give me the ball. I'll get you the ball. They said like they can't really run the Miyagi though because they have some. I'm like, that's a blessing in disguise. Miyagi though will get you beat by worse. Kelsey Mitchell is not scoring off the Miyagi-Do offense when she scores. And they keep getting all these guards, and these guards, y'all need to get a body. When the ball pings, I ain't hear her talk about the pinging. Why we here to talk about the pinging? When the ball pings from side to side and it moves, everybody touches the ball. Man, she just trying to get a W now, man. She's like, man, get the ball to Kelsey and see who Kelsey can score. And now we turn Kelsey to Ella Iverson. This is the Philadelphia 76ers. When AI was the star. If AI doesn't give you 30 or more, you're going to lose. It's crazy. Without Caitlin Clark, AB has gone to trade bait for a lot of. I'm looking at y'all in the chat right now. AB is going to trade bait for a lot of you guys in the chat right now. Without Caitlin Clark, she went from an All-Star, possible MVP to trade bait. Hey, let's see what we can get for her. But wait a minute now. These were the two. Her and Kelsey Mitchell were the two players that y'all said that the Indiana Fever should build around. Y'all said that Caitlin was a secondary thought. We need to build a team around Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. And we kept trying to tell y'all, when Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston by themselves, they are a losing team. What is that? She had a 32% win. Kelsey Mitchell had a 32% winning percentage before Caitlin got it. 32%. Kelsey Mitchell came to the league in 2018. She averaged 16 points from 2018 to 2023. What caused the explosion in there? Scoring. She was an All-Star in 2023. Averaged 16 points. Won 32% before Caitlin got there. I just like to play the law of averages sometimes. She's having a phenomenal year, averaging 20 points this year. And without Caitlin Clark, this year Kelsey Mitchell is 11-13. 11-13. Without Kate. Does that sound like a championship contender? But they lost Ari McDonald. Oh, Lord, I'm starting to sound like my boy. They lost Mighty Mouse. They lost Sid Colson. No, they lost Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. And if Caitlin does not return very soon, and I mean soon and very soon, the Indiana Fever are going to get put out of the playoff. If Caitlin does not return this season, the Indiana Fever will return to where they were pre-Caitlin, which is outside of the playoffs. Your schedule is brutal. Let's look at the standings. Let's go to split screen and let's look at the standings. Let's look at who's number one. Minnesota Lynx, so they lost tonight. So it is nothing to be ashamed of. They battled real hard. There's nothing to be ashamed losing to the Lynx. Lynx beat them twice back to back. Then you got Atlanta. Then lost. Vegas Aces have turned it all the way around. Won 10 in a row. Asia Wilson has turned it all the way around. They put this team back in. I gotta apologize to Sherry. I was giving Becky Hammond. I was giving her the business. I'm like, how you have all those Olympic players and y'all can't win games? Well, Las Vegas is turning around and becoming a real threat. Phoenix is steady. New York is struggling, but they don't have Stewie, and they're trying to figure out the Ema Mieserman situation. But they're still there. Seattle is starting to put it together. Seattle's starting to put it together. Noah Quinn has those girls figuring it out. Seattle is really dangerous. I'm telling you guys, Seattle is dangerous. Look at Seattle's squad, man. Just this squad, their roster is like that. This is the team, I'm telling y'all, when it comes to defense, Seattle is that. Nika Gumake, Skylar Diggins, Gabby Williams, Zia Cook, Lexi Browns. You don't get the game that much. Ezzy. Then you got Dominique. Man. You got the player's player, Erica Willer. Then you got Slim, Brittany Sykes. This team here is, I didn't know Katie Lou was on there. Hey, she ain't playing none this year, but it's cool. I didn't know Katie Lou. I thought Katie Lou was out of the league, but it's hard. Tiffany Mitchell. This team here, defensively, especially when you talk about 1 through 3, really 1 through 4. When you can run out that Skylar Diggins, Gabby Williams, Malonga, and Agumake, and Slim, that's tough. And see, these teams are starting to. I told you they were putting these teams together because really they were either Sabrina proofing or Caitlin proofing. Why else would Minnesota go get Dejanay? Why would they go get Dejanay? Because they need somebody that can guard 1 through 3. Why would Seattle go get Slim? So they can get somebody that can guard 1 through 3. Now you can put Gabby Williams on Kelsey, and then you can put Slim on Caitlin. Or vice versa. These teams are ready, and I am scared. I am fearful. It might be a wrap. I think Indiana is going to fight to the end. I think they're going to fight to the end. But it ain't going to be enough. One thing I will give them that they are fighters. They are fighting. There's times when I look at the game and I be like, ain't no way they coming back. And they come back. I just think at the end of the season, it's a little bit too much for them to overcome without one Caitlin Clark. And then I think also too, this is my only issue with that is this. Also, when Caitlin comes back, it's another adjustment period. I said before they should have got Gabby Williams. I don't understand why they didn't go and try to get Gabby Williams. They would have got somebody else that didn't get Gabby Williams. Listen, when Gabby is a serve and scores, he said, Bethany, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I'm going to open up the chat. I'm almost done. Well, Gabby got, listen, I don't understand. I want to look at a couple more things. Tonight. This is what kind of ticks me off about Stephanie White too, right? Her rotations be her rotations. It seems like a player hit some shots. I told y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all. She don't want you to get hot. I promise tonight. Even tonight. Who was it tonight? She did it to. She does it every game. Every game. The only person she doesn't do it to is Kelsey Mitchell. Because Kelsey Mitchell got pulled because she's the highest player in the NBA, highest paid player in the NBA. But she does it every game. I'm looking at why. She'll have a player that'll hit some shots in a row, right? That'll hit a few shots in a row, and after they hit a few shots, I mean, unbeknownst to me, I have no reason why. After they hit a couple of shots, without a doubt, you can look that they're going to get subbed out. Tonight, you needed scoring. Right? Shea Petty was 6 for, what? She was 3 for 3 for 3. And was 6 for 7. Shea Petty hit 3 threes in a row. It was two threes. She hit 2 threes in a row, back to back, splash, splash. Next thing we heard, hey Shea, hey, come here. Come sit next to me. Sit next to me. I'm not over my Hey. She hit 3 shots in a row. Hey, Shay. Come sit next to me. Why, Stephanie? Why? What is the problem? Well, I mean, you need scoring. And she's hot. And she's bad. She's scoring better than anyone, maybe not named Kelsey Mitchell. Shea Petty was the only person that had a positive plus or minus during the whole game for the Indiana Fever. With her and KK, and neither one of them she let play any type of minutes and get down. Odyssey Sims was hurt, and Odyssey Sims played more minutes than Shea. Ariel Powers just came off the street yesterday. And she just about played just about the same amount of minutes as Shea. This is the second game in a row that Shea has shot the ball well. And we said this, she's done this all year. Caitlin, 3 for 3. Caitlin hit the 3 against Brazil. And Iowa, she hit the 3. She just like, hey, Stephanie knew it well. And Caitlin. Come sit next to me. Oh, Caitlin goes against Connecticut. Hit 3 back to back in the fans. Get a crash card. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Caitlin. Come sit next to me. Sophie Cunningham. Back to back 3s. Bow. Hey. Hey, Sophie. Come sit next to me. The Lord is all year she was doing this. Bibby, who's hurt already. We don't even know how Bibby got hurt. Chloe Bibby is hurt already. We don't know how Chloe Bibby got hurt. I think Chloe Bibby got hurt because she hit a couple of shots during practice, and Stephanie White went, Chloe. Sit down a couple of games. And she wasn't playing up before she got hurt. This is unbelievable. I never seen that in basketball. Ever. I remember the microwave Dennis Johnson. Boy, I'm telling my age now. I remember Dennis Johnson used to get hot, and Chuck Daly used to leave him in the game. And he had Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Where's Robbie Orr with the towel in the face? No, I'm just joking. Did they wonder before Caitlyn got hurt the last time when she was in the she had came back for the first time she came back from an injury. She was in the at halftime. She's down in the hallways going off and said, "I gotta get an effing rhythm." We just don't understand it. You played Breonna Turner. She gave you 12 minutes, 1 for 3. And was getting cooked. She was getting cooked by Fee. You gave, I don't know what's going on with Dunches. I think Dunches is the same. I think Dunches needs a lot of shots to get in the rhythm. That's why she's so effective for Brazil, but she's not effective in Indiana because she's not getting a lot of shots. This was 0 for 3, 0 for 1, a -8. She got 7 minutes. Ariel Powers came in, did some nice things, 2 for 6. 1 for 1 from the free throw line. She didn't shoot any threes. She did a decent job. 5 points. She got 17 minutes. KK got 1 minute and 50 seconds. What is going on, guys? Like, somebody tell me what's really going on. What's really going on? This is bad coaching. I don't care nobody. I like her assistant coaches. I think one of them assistant coaches, she kind of bad. Like, she kind of cute. But I like her assistant coaches. But this is bad coaching. These rotations are horrendous. You know what I mean? Horrendous. It makes no sense. None. But she continuously does this to Indiana fans. They go on a little run, and when they go on a run, she makes a substitution that gives the other team the opportunity to get back up and do what they're supposed to do. I don't understand. I understand. Indiana has a touch sled ahead of them. Let's look at the schedule. It is tough sledding. Oh God. They're in eighth place. On Tuesday night, they play Seattle, and I'm telling you, Seattle is hot right now. Seattle is starting to peak at the right time. That's on Tuesday night. Then they play again on Friday. They play the Las Vegas Sparks. That's another must-win. They're only one game behind. They're one game. They're one game behind Seattle in the win column. No, that's one game altogether. Then they're one game in front of Los Angeles Sparks that they play. And they are tied. Then they turn around and they are tied with the Golden State Valkyries. That's just the next 3 games. These are all must-wins. These are all must-wins. And listen, I try to tell you, I try to leave you with a little hope. A little hope. Especially with what we saw today. And shout out to the Clark Report on X. What we saw today. Was this. We saw Caitlin Clark. And look at that running sprints during the game. They got a game today. Y'all, I know y'all think, y'all think. You saw Caitlin Clark running. And this is on game day. Oh yeah, Saturday White definitely is the reason why they're getting hurt. Oh yes, it's all that. Tibbs Jr. This is game day. But what a sight for sore eyes to see Caitlin Clark out there running drills with the teammates. That all you hype you up right there and say, there is hope. Yes, there is hope. There is hope. Yes, there is hope. But this is what we're seeing, guys. There is hope. But Caitlin got to get back out there real quick. They need her now more than ever. And this is the thing. And the problem is this. This is the problem, though. The one thing that I hate about this situation is because Caitlin is coming back and she hasn't played basketball in, what, 2 months? Right? It's been a while. It's been a couple of months since she played basketball. And all the pressure is now on her to be like, hey, you got to help us win these games. That's impossible, man. That's something that's just egregious. Now you put Caitlin in. Now she's in a situation she had played in 2 months. And they're saying, well, Napheesa came back and Napheesa came back and had 32 and not. Napheesa hasn't been gone as long as Caitlin has. 0%. She has not. And I can see it already. I can see it already. The amount of scrutiny and pressure that's going to be on Caitlin. Because she's coming back and they need her to win. And they're going to try to put this on Caitlin. If Caitlin doesn't win, they're definitely going to try to put this on Caitlin. And you be like, yo, but she's been gone for 2 months. What do you do that at? By guarantee. Guaranteed. Let's go to the chats. I'm done. Thank you for watching the King Joe Show. Let's go see what you guys are talking in the chat. Y'all been up here talking some bad cats. Let's go to the chats. Let's go to the chat now. At part 316, you're good. Let's go back up. Let's see what everybody's talking about in the chat. See what you guys got going on up here, man. It's on you guys' chats. It's your game. Let's go back. Let's slide back up a little bit. Let's read some of these comments on the chat. Catherine, glad to see you back, Catherine. Stephanie White put the narrative out. Yes, she did. And what Stephanie White, they put it, hey, we can win without Caitlin. You know what I'm saying? She can take her time coming back. We're just as good a team without her. Gives the chat these guys an opportunity to show what they can do. It also gives them confidence to be able to win without Caitlin. But then if you lose, then what does it give you confidence in? Every time someone pushes the false narrative against CC, it always backfires. Always. That's from the moderator VVS. Shout out my man VVS. The backup center Dantes is a problem. She came out in the quarter 2, I remember, and she missed 2 shots consecutively and had a turnover. She causes 3 consecutive possessions without scoring. I think Dantes has to get a type. They got to get Dantes in there to definitely get some type of rhythm. If you allow Dantes to get some rhythm, I think Dantes could be a big player down the stretch. She can hit big shots. She's an adult. She can hit big shots. But if you don't let her get in the rhythm, you know, that's just in and out cold. Thanks, Z Gazer. Boston cannot play full 40 minutes. Dantes must play some minutes. Fever needs to find a way to cover Dantes' problem when she plays. Otherwise, they will lose all games. And I think that solution is you play KK. Hate to say it, but I think the Fever are done. Mark, you got to have a little bit of faith, Mark. A little bit of faith. Malonga's a beast. Let's keep it funky. Malonga is a beast. Malonga's gonna be a problem. She's the Wemby. Malonga's the Wemby of the WNBA right now. She's gonna be a problem. 19 years old, 6'6", can play all 3 levels, can put the ball on the floor. Good on defense, rebounds, block shots. She's going to be a problem. You're hearing it first. Malonga is going to be a problem. Penny is good. She had 2 consecutive three-pointers. She's a sharpshooter. I like Penny too. She's a little older in the tooth. I want to see how she plays with Caitlin. I think Bibi will be a better guard with Caitlin too. But I think Penny can come in and spell Caitlin for a little bit. Now, but you got an issue now. Who do you keep? Do you keep Odyssey Sims or do you keep Petty? Odyssey Sims played well until she got hurt. She's been hurt. She played hurt tonight. So we all know who they keep and some decisions to be made. If she ever gets a mean streak, like KG, it's over. Oh, Malonga, yes, definitely. Paige is better. She has a WNBA blessing. She has special whistles and scores close to 20 points per game. Paige is better right now. I'm saying that if you're going to build a team around, look, Paige has played majority of the season. How many games? They're in the last place. She's like Andrew Reese. They're not. You can talk about how good Paige Beckers is until you look at the record and you be like, dang, they're 9-30. Yeah, I remember. Paige came on the team that had Dejanay, Arike, Delissa Smith, and Z. 9-30. 9-30. You can score out the 20 points. I mean, I tell you it all the time. Y'all know who I'm about to bring up. Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal was a consistent 20-point a game scorer on Washington. Never thought they had a chance to win the championship. Never. 0%. Never. Russell Westbrook. Phenomenal player. Never thought he had a chance to win a championship. Well, it's up once. Once I thought he did. But then after that went out, never thought he did. James Harden. Great scorer. Never thought he would win a championship. Great scorer. Great player. Never. You got some players that are transcendent players that can really put a team on their back and win. That's Caitlin Clark. That's a Asia Wilson. That's a Napheesa Collier. White bitches are players. If they are hot till they cool off, we talked about that. Come sit by me, you know. Hey. Come sit by me. Let's keep going. If she had a green light like Paige, I think she'd easily be an all-star. If Malonga plays good, W will allow her team's defenders to mug her without calling foul. Listen, man, the referees in the WNBA are tragic. They're the worst referees I've ever seen in professional sports. Tonight, even tonight, right? tonight on 2 occasions. Now we thought y'all thought the Leslie Hole bowl to the face was crazy. I thought it was crazy. But then there was another occasion where Williams went down tonight, and I had to be partial, even though I'm an Indiana fan. All right, I love my Indiana team. I'm an Indiana fan, but I gotta keep it real. They came down and clothesline Williams upside the head. The ref was standing right here looking at him. They fouled her twice. 2 times back to back. Twice. They clotheslined against the head, and then Bree bumped her with the body. It was twice. And Williams hit the floor. And her dad had a fit. It was twice. It was crazy, man. It was twice. And the referee sat there and looked at it like, Cheryl Reese called a timeout and challenged it. And what they called was an out on Williams. Even the commentators was like, we don't understand why Williams is not shooting free throws. They took 5 minutes. Literally. 2 possessions later, they took another 5 minutes because Leslie Hole got bowled in the face. So you're talking about a break of 50. How are we watching these games with these referees, guys? It's too many breaking the action for the WNBA is so trash. If I didn't love the players, every game is a break where they have to take 15 minutes a game for the referees to get calls right. And you're sitting there, and Ella was like, golly, another one? I was like, yeah, they still on break. They're trying to figure out what happened when it's obvious. Somebody got bowled in the mouth. He said, we see how bad Paige is with pressure like the last 2 games. We've been saying all year, Paige's breakers have not been getting pressured like Caitlin Clark. She's been getting wide open jumpers. She's sitting there getting wide open jumpers. They was not even, I'm talking about, they were giving her the Angel Reese treatment. I'm like, that's Paige Beckers. We talked about our fam from Spain. Someone said the FIFA TV team versus T1. He said this FIFA just sucked with or without Caitlin Clark. I don't agree. I think with Courtney Clark, they are a much better team, possibly a contender. But I will say this, the front office during the offseason, it's going to be a totally new team this year. Only person that's still on the contract for next year is Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, and Lexi Hull is a restricted free agent. And KK. Those are all the 4 players that's on the team. Everybody else is not on the contract this year. No one else is on the contract. And I don't think a lot of these players are like itching to want to play with Stephanie again this year. Stephanie Tweaker. She's a tweaker. Rolling. Okay. The team never practices. Maybe their body don't be getting worked up for games, man. I don't know. Get up, my darling. What's going on? Stephanie White's over. We already know that. I'm done with AB. AB is struggling because she doesn't have a point guard. All her career, she's played a certain way. Now you're asking her to play a different way. That's what they're doing. That's what they try to do with Caitlin. All my career, I play up tempo. Now you're asking me to slow down and play down tempo. That's not how I play. Let's get Stephanie. We'll use Colson. Colson is out. My brother, she's definitely on. Hey, y'all gotta stop. Listen, man. She wants to rotate 2 ladies, i.e. Turner and Colson. 2 players that never played more than 15 minutes together. That's crazy. Stephanie White. Stephanie's. I'm just saying. She hate rookies. She hate younger players. Candace Parker number is getting retired to Chicago. Yep. All right. Yep. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Candace Parker tomorrow, as they call it, Angel Reese, C-tier player. It's going to be interesting to see what the reaction is going to be. I hope it's fun. I hope they show Candace Parker the respect that she deserves. It's being one of the greatest players in the NBA. And Angel Reese is kind of like a C. I say C+. She's C+. She's starting to move up into that tier. But last night she went back to old Angel, 11 points, 11 rebounds. And then she had the cake at the end to get the 11 rebounds. They was out the game. She definitely stat padded last night. Matter of fact, Angel Reese got her 11th rebound and ran off to the other side of the court. Like she's like, yo, take me out. I'm good. True story. Go watch the game. She definitely stat padded last night. Definitely stat padded. The first SW uses Turner and rest KK. The second game, SW plays KK and rest Turner. I do not know why. They're not so old. and they cannot play in consecutive games. I don't know what she got. She has going on. She thinks experience is everything. Yeah, experience is gonna get you beat in this league. Hey, Connecticut is starting to show you guys experience can get you beat. You gotta have experience and youth. This year there are many promising young women get waived early. Example: Sundell, Kidney. Why not use 7-day contracts to try them out? I don't know. The one person that we've been asking, I see some of my other compadres are starting to ask this too. What about Kennedy Carter? I see some of my other brothers start to ask this. Kennedy Carter. He said Miyagi-Do offense injures. Yes, Miyagi-Do is a mirage. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to see how Angel Reese acts when she sees her in person. I think she'll be respectful. I hope she will. She might not show up. You know, she might all of a sudden get back problems. I know fever management is too sensitive with optic. Oh, sign another white player is not good. A W team should not have so many white players. They're racist. I don't know. I think the Fever are signing players that have some type of experience of playing with somebody like with Kelsey Mitchell or with one of their other players, Howard. I think that's what they're doing now. They're signing players that have experience of playing with those girls. If you look at the girls that they're signing, they all say, well, I played with Kelsey. Fever may be hungry to beat the Fever. My call, Fever get lucky and win 1-7 in the last run. I am a Fever fan too. Mark said they're gonna be 1-7. That's tough, Mark. It's gonna be hard. I mean, the next game they play some beasts, man. They play some beasts. Like I said, Seattle has Slim. They're starting to figure it out. 1-3 in a row. Then they go from Seattle. Then they go. They play Seattle at home, I think, and then they go on the road and play the Sparks in L.A. And Rakia Jackson has been playing phenomenally since Break has came back. That team is starting a whole lot better. They're starting to gel a little bit. Rakia Jackson's turning into the superstar that we thought she would be. She's running that number 2 Kobe like, hey, that number 2 Gigi like, hey. She's starting to become that. And I don't know who's going to guard Rakia Jackson when they play. That's going to be interesting. She destroyed Leslie Hall last time they played. It was not even funny. And then Stephanie White got that Bobby Brown job. Y'all not going to do this to Stephanie White. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to do this. Howard has been bad for some games already. Her BB basics are not there. She's a vet with poor basics. Her dribble is turnover point. Her pass to the paint area player is terrible. I think Howard's going to either be on or off. She's like a light switch. She's on or off. If she's off, get off the court. If she's on, you can go to her. She'll probably give you 20. That'd be a quiet 20, though. It wouldn't be like, it'd be like a quiet 20 and 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying? It's like she get you 4 this quarter. It'd be a quiet 2 to like 5 per quarter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or what's really been the thing, though, and I think, once again, it's because of Stephanie White, is because anytime, that's why these players, you see them hit like 2 or 3 threes in a row, and then they get cold. Like Lexi the other night. Lexi was fire hot in the first half. Second half, she was nothing. And he was like, what the hell? Why did she get cold? I think because of the rotations takes them out of their groove and rhythm. She travels and always moves her pivot foot too early. Yeah, that's a basketball base it is. Stephanie White likes to run a slow half court offense. She hates running. Yep, that's what she gave it. We call it the Miyagi-Do. She likes to run her Miyagi-Do motion offense. When Caitlin's out there, you know what? It's Cobra K. And guess what? We made the Cobra K t-shirts. The Cobra K t-shirts will be available Tuesday. So Tuesday before the game, the Cobra K t-shirts, you guys can get the Cobra K t-shirts Tuesday before the game. They'll be available for you to order on Tuesday. We did the designs on it. It is amazing. It's great. Get y'all Cobra K t-shirt. Straight fast, straight hard. No mercy. Cobra K. All right. Yep, J. Kidd, Kenya Martin, Richard Jefferson. Oh, yeah, that was crazy. That was must-see basketball. If they wouldn't have run into Shaq and Kobe, it would have been champions. So also find out that they can run rough and mug on other teams like this. Sun plays WWE now. Suns have a big team. They got those guys. I mean, you're right. Who's going to try? I told y'all last time. That's why I said y'all got mad at me when I said Sophie wasn't the enforcer. Y'all got mad. Oh, Sophie's there. I'm like, Sophie's not the enforcer, dog. I'm like, Sophie's not running up on Collier Copper. That's not going to happen. She ain't running over Alyssa Thomas. Those are ordinary women. Some of them have strength of men. Those ain't ordinary females. Yeah, like these ordinary females. These ain't ordinary females. Harvey Jim, Amber Cox, we talked about her. Last game, Sky. That no call, the Sky's coach's ejection was a terrible foul. It was a net check. They called that. That's something. Was it unreal? I forgot who it was on. When they grabbed her and jumped on it, and it was a foul. Then she went up and got fouled again. Oh, Tyler Marsh lost it. I thought, actually, when I first saw it, I thought Tyler Marsh had hit the ref. I was like, Tyler Marsh hit the referee. That's how I initially thought. I thought he hit the ref. But he had every right to lose it on that. Tyler Marsh had every right. I have no issue with Tyler Marsh going. I wanted Tyler Marsh to throw a chair. I wanted him to go all the way Bob Knight on him. I wanted him to throw a chair out there. So sometimes you gotta let people think that you're crazy to get your point across. Tyler Marsh went nuts, and he should have. I didn't think he went far enough. You had Angel trying to hold him back. That was funny. I was like, Angel Reese trying to hold somebody back. I think he scared Angel. Angel's like, oh my God. That was wild, man. I was like, I've never seen. I was like, Tyler Marsh, throw a chair. I wanted him to go full Bob Knight. I'm looking for the video. Hold on. I wanted him to go full Bob Knight. But when I first saw it, I was watching it live. When I saw it, I said, oh, snap, he done hit the ref. I thought he had punched him. I was like, oh, he don't punch him. I was like, oh, they don't went too far. I said, they don't went too far. He don't punch the ref. But it was deserved. It was deserved. He should have threw a chair. Mark should have did it. Yep, I said the same thing, Mark. I didn't even see that, Mark. I said the same thing. Mark should have did it. Yeah, I thought he should have. I thought he had hit him. I don't want him to hear him because it's hard to come back from that. They already looking to try to fire him. But, yo, that was egregious. Egregious! I guarantee you the GM, listen to Stephanie White when they built these dinosaurs. Yeah, it's definitely. Stephanie White wants a veteran team because they feel like the veteran teams will help those young girls. And you need a veteran, not veterans. You need a couple of veterans, maybe 2, 3 at the most. I will never own an Apple product. Apple's starting to lose me. If you don't get on my second channel, the KDJ World, we're doing the video that should be up next week also. We're doing the video Apple compared to Windows computers. You don't want to miss that. It's a very good video. It's going to be very interesting. Fever can hold in one hand and poop in the other and see which. Oh, that's crazy. Give me CCKK, Lexi, and Sophie. Let Kim walk. Trade AB for some draft pick. I told you, y'all would have given the AB now. That's how bad she's playing. I think we're toast the team is turned into revolving door of random players. Definitely could be. Definitely could. It is. It's a lot. It's a lot. Their only hope, C. Gazer, their only hope, get up my darling, is Caitlin Clark. Boston is good and they must keep. I like Boston too. I think Boston is missing Caitlin. Let's just be honest. She's missing the person that runs the offense and gets everything done. AB is not a must keep. It's like, y'all going back and forth. I get it, UTP. She went from the beginning of the year to being in the All-Star, all WNBA player to now barely, if she's playing the way she's playing now, she barely makes an All-Star team. And she's not on Caitlin's team. Barely. Duchess can't score and will lose points quickly even if she plays a few minutes. I think Duchess has to get in the rhythm. She's a rhythm player. Now, if y'all looked at her playing international ball, Duchess was a beast, but that's because they ran a lot of plays for Duchess, and she's able to get in the rhythm. You know, you can actually see some of the shots that she thinks that she can make. She's missing them now because she has no rhythm in the shot. I'm sorry, I need my big to be meaner than AB. AB started to show she got a little mean streak. The problem is she cries too much to the referee. AB, get away from the referee. Just go clothesline somebody. We'll be happy. Clothesline her. Put the fear of God in somebody. That's why I proposed Sundell. She's a big guard, 6'1". She's taller. She has better passing angle and the paint than the small guys. Boston will benefit. They do need somebody who can get the ball down low. That's hurting Boston. Boston is having a hard time. She has the 5'6" guards do not have good passing. Even Armin. We said that before. Armidon's not tall enough. It's a great point, C. Gazer. Armidon's not tall enough to make those passes. You put a taller defender. That's what they're doing, Kelsey. Kelsey's just hitting these shots. Kelsey's hitting these moon shots. You be like, oh, wow. You saw Napheesa Collier today on the bench with Kelsey shot one of the balls, and Napheesa Collier's like, yo, that ball is just up there. Kelsey shooting the moon shots. Right? Gabby didn't, but you got to remember, Gabby Williams shut Kelsey all the way down. Woo! I'm talking about shut Kelsey down now. He said, Methany, that is hilarious. Y'all need to stop. Y'all gotta stop. Please keep going. Please keep going. Please keep going. Y'all need to stop this, Methany. Stop it, Paul. Stop it, Paul. We don't need that. Eaglebird's job is to maintain the W as an LGBTQ platform. Look at the players' ball to surround CC. Only Sophie and Ari are heterosexual. I think, I don't know, AB. I think AB is heterosexual also. If I'm not mistaken. I think AB is heterosexual. I think Bibi is heterosexual. I don't know what Bibi is. I can't tell you. UTP agreed. Atrocious rotations. Petty. Petty was hitting. And she went with Sims. That's crazy. Sims was hurt. Seven White calls it hero ball. I don't know what she got, but she didn't get that out of her head. Especially with somebody like Caitlin. Caitlin hits 3 in a row. You do not take her out the game for any reason. You let her play until she missed. And then after she missed, you still let her play. You still keep her in the game. That's it. Methody was okay. He said it again. And I came back to watch good basketball, and we get terrible basketball. Yeah, we haven't really looked well. AB and KM aren't lesbians. Yeah, I don't think Kelsey Mitchell is lesbian. I don't know. And Kelsey Mitchell, AB, and CC were on the right track last year. But Lynn Dunn had to go to Kelly. Lynn Dunn looked out for her girl. Y'all gotta remember, Stephanie is a home girl. She's a home product. She's from the home. Asia Wilson versus Angel Reese. That's gonna be a crazy game. I got Asia. LA better win. Beat the Fever. Put the Fever out of the playoffs. Yep. I will say that if the Fever lose these next 3 games, they cannot go 0-3. They go 0-3, it might be a wrap for them. They go 0-3, it might be a wrap. That's why I think Caitlin has to come out either this game or the next game. Like if they win this game, you might consider for another game. But if they lose this game, you got to bring Caitlin back. If she's healthy. Only if she's 100%. Anything less than 100%, we don't want to see her until next year. Why did they wear MVP shirt for Kelsey Mitchell? Will upper management do this for CC? I doubt it. And I think it's ridiculous. I understand they're trying to root for Kelsey Mitchell to get an MVP, but the problem with Kelsey Mitchell getting an MVP is her record without Caitlin Clark. You can't. She has 11-13 record. After next week, she could be 11-16 without Caitlin Clark and out the playoffs. That's not MVP. That's I'm kind of thinking more Citron than Paige. I know Paige probably got the rookie locked up, but I'm thinking more Citron because they've had a more successful season. And that's largely due because of Ephraim and Citron. So if Kelsey is in the nominations, I'm cool. I think she's definitely should be an all WNBA. I can't think of a shooting guard that's having a better year than Kelsey Mitchell. Maybe Sabrina? Maybe Sabrina. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But Kelsey's having a phenomenal year. Scoring wise, leading her team. She's a lot of people knows Kelsey because Indiana's been on TV more than anybody. And Kelsey, the times that they've looked good, Kelsey's looked good. You know what I'm saying? She takes more shots than everybody. Yeah. That's crazy. I think Lexi struggled tonight 2 for 10. I think Lexi needs to go. I like Lexi's inside game. She looks control when she gets it in, and her mid-range game looks under control. When she's under control with that mid-range, it's actually pretty, right? But she falls in love with that 3, and if she's not on like she was the game before this one, tonight she wasn't on at all. 2 for 10. 2 for 6 for 3. 2 for 10 altogether. Not a great game for Lexi tonight. Hopefully she'll bounce back. That's the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Any other questions, any comments? Thank you guys so much. Once again, please, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. I had so much fun I had so much fun. What do you guys think? Is it over? Is the fat lady warming? Is she warming up? Let me know. Will Caitlyn come back and save the day? Or are they setting Caitlyn up for more failure? It's a lot. It's a lot. Very interesting. And we're going to be here the whole time to walk you through it. Listen, if you have not, please, please, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your time. I do not take it lightly. Each person that subscribed, each person that's up with me tonight at 2:15 on the East Coast. Some of y'all up with me on the East Coast at 2 o'clock in the morning. West Side 11. I appreciate you, West Coast, East Coast, Mid to West, Central. Appreciate every last person. Let me know where you're from. Let me know in the chat where you're from. We appreciate each and every last one of you guys for taking your time to be with us tonight. We'll not take it lightly. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. Hope you had a little bit of fun. Got a little information. Always, I like to end it like this. Go for your goals. Listen, always go for your goals. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Because guess what? Success looks and will continue to look fantastic on you. I'm King Joe. Y'all have a great rest of your evening and morning. Peace. Y'all want to hit a track? Yeah, we got the whole song. The whole song is crazy. The whole track is crazy. Can we play the track? Do we have it? Hold on. I might have it. Let me see. It's called ABC 2020. It's crazy. It's going to be on my new project. I decided to do another one. Just for my people. It's wild, guys. It is definitely wild. Thank you, get up, my darling. I appreciate you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Can we premiere it? We have it? Oh, they said we have it. Wait. Hold on. Send it to me. Let's see if it's premiere. Oh, we got it. Is that the right one? That's not the master one, is it? Do we have the master? I don't think that's the master one. Let me see. Is that the master? Let's see. Well, even if it's not, let's go ahead and play it. It's not. If it's not, let's go. This is that new King Joe. Y'all gotta listen to the words of this. This is crazy. It's over. Let's see come back. I got to get up, my darling.
King Joe.
Woo! Peace.
King Joe. How can you say that's your signature sound when the first time you heard the sound on the time signature it was mine, but
I was in the building.
Stutters in 08, 09. Recips you can find. Did it first in reverse beat. Never mind. Who cares? Most still copying my style from 1-9. But let's deal in 2020 affairs. Kobe died and coronavirus spread. Staying away from people coughing. Wash your hands and keep 6 feet off, and I'll end up 6 feet deep in a coffin. But my question is, what's the last 6 to complete the beast markers? But what defeats hatred, only love can win. But my people saying no more God, no more scripture, no love for my oppressor. We seek revenge. Loot and set on fire with the hashtag BLM. Marching with the rainbow, we'll show them. Only to find out that they were betrayed and played for not realizing that sin begets sin. And the real irony of the rainbow is that it's a sign from God that won't be water but destruction from fire next time. And hell yes, he will be justified. So you can cry me a river for Lazarus to dip his finger, but it'll be too late because of your pride. But we're quick to spit, it's the plan of the white man. But if the man tells you he's gonna use you as a crash test dummy and you still jump in these streets doing a running man, then you've been tricked to be a levy against your own life. Murderer, a beanie man at arms, do you understand? We are actually masters of our own universe. There's at first there was the clumsy Adam till Jesus came and took the keys and declared he had the power of the grave skull with a sword and transformed the He-Man. But is it by chance the rapper was a king coming to America as an ordinary man? But a lot wanna claim being king, selling drugs to their communities. But what's the use of having a kingdom if it's full of subjects that are dope fiends? King Ramsey made sure his people in Egypt lived the golden dream, enslaved Hebrews for 4 centuries. But we can never because we are too busy. Isaiah Thomas sing our best players from the dream team. But we added Christian later, get it? We added Christians later, but I digress. Now we're in this mess. You hear the trumpets, bum, 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 bum. Another black crisis, aka ABC News 22-bit.
Thank you guys so much. I love you. The new King Joe. Be out real soon. Hope you like it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up if you like it. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night. God bless.
This is the King Joe Sports Show, breaking the plays, the players, and the pulse of the game.